And good morning again with another morning coffee with Marcaida. So, some of the things I've got to, in reflection, do in this recuperating stage is look at the different things to set up my day and how it related to the way I go back to my martial ways. Early morning, first thing I do is some kind of meditation, and what it is just being simple. Initially I do meditation or prayer to give thanks to my Creator, and also send positive thoughts to those that are in need of that. I do believe that it works that way. Or if not anything, it sets up my own way of thinking for the day to share the positivity. At the same time, give thanks to all that has been given to me. So it gives me a good start to do that. During the midday when things happen, I take a break and just do silent meditation. And this part is just different. All it is to silent the monkey mind. It's always thinking, always thinking. Throughout the day, you got so many thoughts. So I just sit there, close my eyes, and take some deep breaths, listening to nothing but my breath. That's it. That helps silence everything else, and take a little break in the day just to do that and refresh. It's like a restart of the memory of the brain that's always constantly thinking, and I sense that also dictates everything else that happens. Now, in the past, I've also said, on a personal note, because I've got this, OCD, ADD thing always going, I do active meditation, where dynamic meditation, as some call it, is basically I take my weapons and I start wheeling it and flowing through the air, listening to my breath, going through the combat moves nonstop, and I'm at peace, and that relaxes me. It's a mind and body connection. There's physicality and there's a mental training for that. And then there's also another one that I like to, especially now because of my recuperation thing, is visualization. A meditation of sitting there and visualizing so much. Visualization is nothing new. Everybody does it. Top athletes, people who've become very successful in the things that they've had to set a goal, actually train themselves to see themselves either winning or achieving their goals, because it gets you to the point of a mindset to be able to get there. Now, if you look at the science of this, think about it. What pretty much dictates the way we move? You got to have the brain working on that. So visualization, if anything, is a start of mental practice. It's mapping out what you need to do to get to that point. It's basically a lot of mental instructions. It's giving you the instructions and the pathways of visualizing what you want to do. And it gets you into that mode so that when you actually get to do the motor skills, the cognitive repetition or the cognitive preparation was already made by the mind. I know this works because it happened to me when I was first learning the art. I was sidelined for 6 months. I had surgery while I was military, and I was out for 6 months. I couldn't walk. I had to wear crutches and everything else. But it was killing me because it was at the time when I was really loving what I was doing in training. So my instructor asked me to just come to class and sit there because I really could not be, my limitation of mobility really dictated I couldn't do much. And just watch the class. And it would kill me to watch everybody learn new things and not be able to do anything. But he goes, just watch yourself, pick up what you can, and actually visualize yourself doing that. And especially one particular thing that I was learning that I really was terrible at, that's the one thing I focused on, that I always kept on visualizing, and do mental practice over and over. Sure enough, when I got back to class, I was better before I left. That was cool. That totally showed me that it works. And I asked him, why is it? Was that? Well, it was mental practice. Mental practice eventually went into the body, so the body followed, but the practice was there, the preparation was there, so it helped a lot. And I did a lot of, and it worked. It worked because I was passionate and I made it part of my everyday training. Not because I just thought about it, cool, I'll try that once in a while. It was there actively, and it worked. And back years later on, I'll use it again and use it again. It's not limited to just training the body, but other things. What are your goals? Read up all about it. It's all over the internet. That's a beautiful thing about these information highway, right? But to be able to find my way through by using the mental, think about it. What's the difference between what actually happened yesterday and a memory of a dream, or is it really real? Just some mind games to play there. But once again, there are so many different ways when you get into yourself and you use your inside journey and your thoughts and experiment with everything else. The mind trains the body in so many interesting ways. And hope you find the different ways to do that. Just a thought for today. Doug Marcaida, Cup of Joe right here. That always starts up and gets good going. So everybody have a great day. Take care.